What would you do if you had cancer?
If I had cancer,
Mhm.
I would immediately get out of America because this is a stressful environment, and stress does, you know, cause cancer to exacerbate. So I would immediately leave here, go somewhere indigenous where I can be around fruits, vegetables, easy. I would immediately start juicing, not eating, because the thing you want to do is you want to starve cancer.
Right.
Because you can feed cancer. And one of the primary things you can feed cancer with is sugar. Okay, so I want to starve it by first not eating any kind of sugar. And then I want my body to be in such a healthy state. And remember what I told you. When your belly is empty, like the more you eat, the more healthier you're gonna be. Like it's just facts. And so I'm gonna juice a lot so I can keep my body in a rested state so it can use all of the energy it would be breaking down food with to heal, regenerate, and repair.
The food industry and the processed food industry was created by the cigarette industry.
Picture this: 5 foods that are slowly killing us. Starting with the first thing on our list, we have seed oils. Because this one, it's everywhere. And most people don't even notice it.
But here's the thing about oils. Oils are empty calories. They have no nutrition in them. Okay, so when you're consuming oils, all you're getting is fat.
I'm talking about vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil, and sunflower oil. If you flip over almost any packaged snack in your kitchen, one of those is probably in there.
The oil ain't made from that. It's always made from soybean oil. And these soybeans are not only GMO, but to turn it into oil in this jug, they have to use so much process, heat, and refinement that the oil becomes oxidized, and they have to use a deodorizer to make it edible. This is one of the most inflammatory oils ever.
Now here's what's interesting. These oils don't just get squeezed out like olive oil. Many of them undergo heavy industrial processing. The seeds are crushed, heated, and sometimes treated with chemical solvents to extract as much oil as possible.
The reason for this is it's not the plant. It's the distance from the plant to the table. When you put a canola plant into a commercial press, it comes out gummy, and you degum it with hexane, which is a known neurotoxin. Then you take that neurotoxin degummed oil and you heat it to 405 degrees and you turn it rancid. You need to deodorize it with sodium hydroxide, which is a very powerful carcinogen. Sometimes bleach it before you bottle it.
Then the oil is refined, bleached, and deodorized so that it appears neutral and doesn't have an unpleasant odor. That alone should make you pause. And then think about this. These oils are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids. Your body needs some omega-6, but the problem is balance. Most modern diets are overloaded with omega-6 and low in omega-3, and that imbalance is linked to inflammation. Even Dr. Bobby Price attests to this very thing.
Also, oils are high in omega-6 fats. You probably heard of omega-3s, which are actually anti-inflammatory, but these oils are actually loaded with omega-6s, which are pro-inflammatory, which means they cause inflammation. So the more of these oils you consume, the more you like sauteed, the more you like fried and crunchy, the more oils that you see and use in your foods or purchasing your food when you're buying food out at the supermarket or buying food at restaurants, the more oil you're using, the more inflammation you're adding to your body.
And what are seed oils usually used for? Deep frying, fast food, chips, packaged snacks, restaurant meals. They're cheap, they're shelf stable, they can be reused in fryers over and over. But when oil is repeatedly heated to high temperatures, it can oxidize.
It's all about heat. Each oil has a smoke point. The smoke point is the point to when the oil starts to burn. And that's when we can get those carcinogens and free radicals that can harm our body.
And oxidized fats are not something your body loves dealing with. It dreads the sight of them. Now, I'm not saying that if you eat something cooked in seed oil once, you're doomed. Relax. But when it becomes your everyday fat source, when it's in your snacks, your takeout, your salad dressing, your frozen meals, that's when it adds up quietly. The issue isn't 1 tablespoon, it's constant exposure.
85% of the avocado oils on the store shelf are fake. Why are they fake? Well, they're made with avocados that are cut with oils like canola oil, peanut oil, soybean oil, or they're made with old moldy avocados and processed to death. You can't tell.
And once you start checking labels, you realize how often you've been eating it without even knowing it.
Fraud usually occurs here when a cheaper oil is added to the more expensive oil. And the label still reads 100% extra virgin olive oil. That's food fraud.
Now, moving on. At number 2, we have fried foods. Okay, I know. Fried food tastes good. Crispy chicken, fries, puff puff, plantain, that crunchy outside, soft inside situation, elite. But here's the thing nobody really thinks about. Frying completely changes the structure of food. When you deep fry something, you're dropping it into extremely hot oil.
I'm giving you a gut punch now when I'm saying get rid of the fried foods, because everybody love a little crunchy. But what I can tell you is when you are deep frying foods, and it doesn't matter if it's vegetables, once you deep fry them, it's no longer the healthy thing that it was.
That high heat doesn't just cook it, it creates chemical reactions. One of the big ones is called the Maillard reaction. That's what gives fried food that golden brown color and rich flavor.
Sounds harmless, right?
So if you're frying potatoes or some other high carbohydrate food, that's going to spike your blood sugar and spike your insulin. That's unhealthy. That's going to cause damage inside your body. It's going to cause glycation. So you want to only fry low carbohydrate foods.
Well, when starchy foods like potatoes are fried at high temperatures, they can form something called acrylamide. That's a chemical compound that researchers have studied because of its potential health risks in large amounts. And then there's the oil itself. If that oil is heated over and over again, like in restaurants or fast food places, it starts breaking down.
On a busy day, how many times you reuse the oil for deep frying?
About 30 times, 30 to 40 times.
请问你多长时间换一次油呢？
我是3天换一次。
老板娘，你是多长时间换一次油的呢？每个拜五咯。I see that you do deep frying.
Yeah.
How often do you change your oil?
Twice a week.
How many batches of food do you cook before you change your oil?
Around like 300 portions.
The structure of the fat changes. It can form oxidized compounds and even trans fats, depending on how it's handled.
Or sunflower or safflower oil. Vegetable shortening, no. Crisco, any of these things are absolutely unhealthy for human beings to eat. They contain an omega-6 to omega-3 ratio that is very unhealthy, and they also oxidize very rapidly, which is also very inflammatory and unhealthy for the human body. And when you heat them to the temperature required to fry your food, they oxidize double time.
So it's not just potato plus oil. It's a potato plus repeatedly overheated oil that has chemically shifted.
I would say if you're going to have something fried, pan fry it. And then I would say if you're going to do that, do in a high quality, high temperature oil like an avocado oil.